I've been making videos ever since like the 7th grade, and half of them went completely unpublished because either they weren't finished or I just wasn't proud of them. So there's little timestamps in the description below for what each one's about, if you want to read those real quick. And if you want more context on the inside jokes, then there's a channel up here you can link to, or just watch more of my videos for the context. And there are 2 little bonus videos at the end, as well as commentary and little fun facts about all the other videos, so stick around.
Hello, and welcome back to Jaren Has No Idea How to Lie to Himself. Today, I'm going to try and figure out how to make the world's cheapest and easiest Assassin's Creed hidden blade. Now, there are a million designs of these on YouTube. Seriously, these might as well be the lightsaber in terms of popularity and people trying to build them in real life. I made my first prototype in a little under 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, that's just accounting for stuff to draw and everything. But it's this little unassuming piece of cardboard square. It turns into a knife. I have a few issues with the design. This wiggles a little bit. This back part's easy to jam. This part is extremely wide, and you can't do it from the side. It has to be facing down and correctly angled. So I need to figure out a way to make sure that the interior is slippery enough for this back end, which catches it from going all the way out, so that it can go in without clogging. If any of that makes sense, I don't know. So I'm going to start designing a new design, a Mark II, if you will, that hopefully fixes most of these problems and maybe has a prettier looking blade and body. I had a cool idea. Jaren, why don't you do that quirky thing that building YouTubers do when they want to flash forward in time?
Oh no. Where am I? The year is 2024. Time travelers have popped up all over the place and ruined history. Unfortunate kids grew up and became full-grown adults and started destroying everything. And now...
About 3 years ago, I threw a snowball down the hill. 3 months later, I threw a metaphorical snowball down the hill. And this has spiraled down and grown bigger and bigger, making my friends think that this thing that I started off as a joke has become my entire personality. And while I do have a lot of love for it, it's not that. And I think it's time I address the rumors. Why I've seemingly been obsessed with this thing, why I have so much love for this thing, and where my real respect for this thing lies. Oh my god, I can't do this. Pacific Rim is a movie made in 2013 by Legendary Studios and director Guillermo del Toro, known for his other sci-fi works such as The Shape of Water, Carnival Row, and Pan's Labyrinth. Basically, he's known as one of the monster makers in the film world. Guillermo is one of my favorite directors. I love his work, I love the creepiness of it, and I love his use of practical effects, which goes into the first reason of why I love this movie, the intent on using practical effects. Now, if you ask anyone else in the Pacific Rim community, because apparently there is one, there's a cult following of this movie that trails back however long, but basically, practical effects are what make this movie look and feel real. If you see them, you could say, oh, they're just in a room whenever they're piloting the mech suits, which is true. The thing is, nothing in the room is CGI except for the hollow projections and any other like special effect that needs to be done there. But all the sparks, moving pieces, the
His entire set would shake and would be able to drop 15 feet really rapidly for the drop of the head. The actors were in for a ride. It was like a little amusement park simulator. The easiest thing would have been to put green levers on their arms, on their back, and their feet, and have the actors have a complete free movement. But I felt that you needed something with resistance. So we had a piece of machinery that was a couple of tons in weight in their backs. And
I get it!
Coming into the second point, the realness of this. You see, most Hollywood movies these days, if they have a gigantic creature, generally they're going to be moving fast for the camera. But what this movie does, in order to shake things up, is everything looks like it's done in slow motion. And if you're wondering why they did that, well, it's because things that are bigger generally just move at a slower pace. If I wanted to say, take a rock and drop it off like a small ledge, if I wanted to make it look like a boulder rolling off of a cliff, all I would have to do is put it in slow motion, So that's why in Pacific Rim, all the machinery moves extremely slowly. Oh, what's that behind your ear? That's right, it's your data. Clicking on this video was a bad idea. But have you ever thought, could I make an entire movie out of bad ideas? Which inherently is a bad idea, which is exactly what I'm doing. So this whole mess started when I was up late thinking last night, and not just because all my friends are more attractive than me, but it was actually because of this one movie. It was called Unbreakable by M. Night Shyamalan. It had one of the most incredible premises I have ever heard for a movie in my life. But I was just thinking about it because the entire movie was just terrible at the end, bogged down by bad execution and bad pacing. If you don't know what movie I'm talking about, watch the trailer. It'll explain everything. But essentially, it just got me thinking. You know, if this movie had an incredible idea to start off with, but it ended up bad, why don't we have a bad premise to start off with, and it ends up good? I do not know why I transitioned into a southern accent there, but like, you get what I'm saying. Anyways, this is a terrible idea, a big mistake, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. So why don't we just transition? Okay, so the way this is going to work is that I'm going to be systematically asking each of my friends for their idea for their part of the project. And to get started, what's a story without a plot? That's right, it's Frozen 2, but we're going to need one for ours.
A romance, but both of them are catfishing each other.
We're already off to a fantastic start. Let's give that some applause. But what's a good story without good characters? That's right, it's a bad Christopher Nolan movie, so we're going to need some. So let's get a look at our main characters, why don't we? Okay, here we go. First character design. This was a stupid idea.
Thanks, Maddie, for the next character design. I wonder who it's...
Yo, is that my grandma?
I don't know what I was expecting. That's excellent. And I know what you're saying! What is good characters without a great villain? That's right, it's Despicable Me Too. You weren't about to agree that El Macho is a bad villain, were you? Okay, final villain design, let's see. Dang it, it's good. Alright, it's next day, and now that we have all the character designs in, I think it's finally time to start actually writing the movie. Luckily for me, I have a best friend named
Carlos.
He has watched thousands of movies just in the past year, so if anyone's qualified to write a movie, it's him, and if anyone's qualified to write a bad movie, it's me. So working together, so Carlos just got back to me, and he says that all great romance movies have an unlikely couple, they have an awkward conversation where they reveal just the most random stuff about each other, they have really strange stuff in common, and sometimes they just run into each other in the snow at the end just to be all dramatic. And this is perfectly generic. This is exactly what I wanted, so I'm going to integrate all of these into the movie and see where that gets us. Welcome to 11 o'clock at night. I have not been able to work on this project in days because school exists and Halloween is tomorrow. Isn't life fun? Anyways, I just completed the designs of all the main characters of the story. And aren't they fantastic? We got Horace, Kratos, Dr. Phil, and Maya.
Back to the Fury, remastered, Poop Edition, with Sharon and Keegan, and music stolen from Grant. Menu select, play.
I could actually really use some ice cream right now.
Oh yeah, so we might as well quick transition. Well, I want to go check.
Yeah, so we're gonna go get ice cream.
Let's
Sorry,
check out
what?
the showers.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Pull the troll, come on, Polo.
I don't remember anybody else being in that video. Who is that? Wait a minute. Somebody has invaded the channels and they're taking down all our videos. Oh, good morning. Oh, Carmichael, you silly bastard. Nice. I don't know, man, but I'll definitely deodorant. Savor. What the fuck? Box number 5328, classified property of the Republic. Oh my god. Hey, Carmichael, you never believe me. Company issued stun gun. The Republic gave it to me after I completed basic training. You like it?
The Republic? It's the Republic.
Doesn't matter. Huh. Carmichael, you're not supposed to know about him.
What are you talking about? He's my friend.
What do you mean? No, no!
No! Stop! Stop that! Oh my god! Why would you do that?
This is worse than I thought. President Grant, we're going to need an immediate replacement. He's at the point of no return. Again. Copy that. Sorry, kid. Good morning. Good morning, Jaren. This is Carlos. He's your best friend in the whole world. Hey, thanks for sticking around for the end of the video. Like I said, we got two little bonus videos here before we get to the little fun facts. So the first one was this cringy little workout video that I made that I meant to post but never got around to. And I figured I wasn't going to put this in because even though it's the oldest, if this is the first thing that people see, they're probably going to immediately click off the video. The second one was these clips from a behind the scenes of this movie that me and my friends made called Operation Evacuation. You should check it out. And I was planking a little boat for it, right? And I got all the clips, but I never made them into a full video myself. And I figured it'd kind of be disingenuous to edit them together right now because that's not the vision that director Jaren at the time would have wanted. So here, just all these little unfinished tidbits I'm just going to put behind me as I talk right now and kind of just stretch this PNG because I don't know how to animate myself. So, in the first video about the Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade, I predicted that the apocalypse would take place in 2024, which kind of scares me given that Fortnite kids have indeed become Fortnite adults. Also, the mask I was wearing was made for a scrap sci-fi movie that I never ended up filming. The Pacific Rim video was made as a stopgap for all the glazing I had been doing for the movie at the time. It was really just annoying my friends and I needed to finally get my thoughts out. The box I used to change between backgrounds was originally for a scrap short film, but it was featured in the video We Invaded Walmart Again, Christmas special, on the Fury Fighters channel. I'd use it at the 40-second mark if you want to go look. The Bad Idea movie probably holds up the best, jokes-wise, when compared to the first two cancelled videos. Something I definitely should have elaborated on was that my friend Matthew, known as Orange Monks and Monks the Monkey on YouTube, he was in my first video ever, came up with an orange dinosaur named Dr. Phil who would interrupt the action every other minute by saying, "I'm Dr. Phil!" in a funny voice. I regret not finishing that video for that character alone. Back to the Fury is my favorite concept for any short film that I've ever come up with, and if there's any project here that I might finish in the future, it's this one. The intro is full of old drawings, characters, references to Republic of Gay, everything that was meant for my friends and my friends only. The movie was supposed to be about me and Keegan using the Change-O box to travel into the Fury Fighters YouTube channel to battle the mysterious entity who would flash the camera to age or shake the videos out of spite. He would have been revealed to be Carmichael, a fictional member of the friend group who has been an inside joke ever since I photoshopped an AI-generated face onto a bunch of old photos and Mandela affected my friends into believing that he was a real guy. Finally, the truth about Jaren, or Jar In, as I penned it, was supposed to be a funny video to show to the guys during this beach trip that we hosted a few weeks ago. I canned it at the last second because I just wasn't satisfied with the lack of strong jokes, as well as coming to dislike the shift in tone that takes up more than half the runtime. I just figured, like, why show this to my friends if it's not going to be funny for most of it? If you look at the first shot of the agent in the interrogation scene, you can see the other Jaren in the reflection of the mirror. That's definitely my favorite special effect that I've ever done in iMovie. The ending is a direct reference to BFFs, which is my favorite Rhett and Link sketch. Also in the ending, I used my favorite track from my favorite childhood show, which I may or may not make a video about in the future. Anyways, that's it. Bye.